guys know that Mario Cristobal left Alabama to go where? He went to Oregon, right? To join Willie Taggart as the first-year head coach at the Oregon Ducks. And listen, anytime there is a regime change from one head coach to the next, if you're trying to put more toughness in your program, you're going to let it be known right away from the jump, things are different than they were in the past. I get that. You have to make your mark on your program, especially early on, because those weren't players you recruited. Those are players you inherited who probably are very loyal to a previous staff. So a first year of a coaching change, you probably have some holdouts. You probably have some guys that don't quite buy in. And if you leave that unfestered, it can eat away at the inside of your program. So you have to come in from the jump and lay down what your rules are, the way things are done in your program. And that's what Willie Taggart has done at Oregon. And they started a new workout regimen. A workout regimen that sent multiple players to the hospital. You know, I was joking earlier in the show about my experience working out for the first time since I hurt my ankle and how rough that went for me. Well, I had the liberty when it got a little too much. I could take an extra sip of water. I could step off doing the squats for a second. I could go at my own pace while still pushing myself. Football players don't really have that option. They get yelled at. They get cussed at. They get screamed at. They get told they're soft when they do that. And part of that is motivation. Absolutely part of that is motivation, and probably very little, if any, very few people have ill intent with that. It's a way they motivate people. And then there's also an element of peer pressure in that too, in that you don't want to be the guy. You don't want to be the guy. Everybody else can do the workout. You don't want to be the guy that causes them to have to run an extra wind sprint. But when you send multiple people to the hospital, your workouts are too far. They've gone too far. 3 Oregon players, including offensive lineman Doug Brenner, Sam Patasi, and tight end Cam McCormick, are listed in fair condition at a hospital in Eugene, Oregon, and they've been there since late last week. Patasi's mother told the Oregonian, the local newspaper there, her son had been diagnosed with rhabdomyolysis. I can't pronounce that. I'm not even going to try. Patasi's mother said that her son complained of very sore arms after the first workout. That's pretty normal. You got a lot of lactic acid in those arms and those legs. That's normal. After workouts, and he'd been diagnosed with rhabdomyolysis, and a syndrome in which soft muscle tissue is broken down with leakage in the bloodstream of muscle contents. That doesn't sound normal to me. Depending on the severity, it has the potential to lead to damaged kidneys. Oh, that's all. Who needs their kidneys? Apparently not Oregon football players. The Oregon Athletic Department released the following statement. The safety and welfare of all of our student athletes is paramount in all that we do. While we cannot comment on the health of our individual students, we have implemented modifications as we transition back into full training to prevent further occurrences. We thank our medical staff and trainers for their continued monitoring of the students, and we will continue to support our young men as they recover. Oregon players have been under the guidance of the new head coach, Willie Taggart. He's been there for about a month. And even after the University of Oregon released that statement, the players continued to do the same workouts. Even after they said there was modifications made, they continued the same workouts this week. Per the Oregonian, the local newspaper there, those workouts have been compared to military basic training. Our soldiers go through it. I don't think there's a ton of difference in soldiers' workouts and football players in terms of what you're pushing your body. What you're trying to do is different, obviously, in the military and football. Please don't think I'm trying to compare those two in that sense. But in terms of pushing your body, you're getting a lot of exertion. These workouts included, Thomas, an hour. When I say an hour, I'm talking straight. Not we're going to do 5 minutes and then 5 minutes rest, 5 minutes. No. An hour
minutes.
Straight of continuous push-ups and up-downs.
Oh, my goodness gracious.
Have you ever done an up-down?
Yeah, that's where you go up.
Yep.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. An hour of that. Think about that.
I'm already tired, and I haven't even done one of those. That's ridiculous.
The new strength coach, Ariel Odorinde, he came with Taggart from USF. Listen, I'm not going to put anything on a trainer who's pushing his players. That's what he's getting paid to do. Maybe you took it too far. Okay, you probably should know better since you're a trainer what your workouts would do, but let's say you made a mistake. Sending 3 of your own student athletes to the hospital is a wake-up call, right? Should be for all of us. You probably should have known what your workouts were going to do ahead of time, but let's just say it's an honest mistake. You didn't mean to do it. I can get past that. I don't understand it. I don't love it. I can get past it. I can't get past this. This week, even after 3 of their teammates had been hospitalized, even though 3 of the players under his care had been hospitalized, the strength and conditioning coach had the players doing the same workouts until they finished. Some of the players passed out. Others later complained about discolored urine, meaning there's things breaking down in your body that's leaking into your urine. That's muscle proteins breaking down in your body. I'm not a scientist, but I just know it's almost that, what do they call it? Creatine kinase? It's some kind of creatine, not the supplement, but what the body produces. Some complain of discolored urine, which is also a common symptom of rhabdomyolysis. I can't pronounce these Greek words.
Why do they make medical terms so long?
Listen, I get everything they're trying to do. It's a new regime. You have to make that program yours. There's new ways of doing things. You got to tackle this stuff from the onset. You cannot allow people that don't buy in to remain on your team. I get that. I completely get that. You also can't put 3 of your players in the hospital because the workouts are too bad. You also can't make your players' urine discolored because you're pushing their body too hard. You also can't make your players pass out. I'll give you a pass. I can get past we went too far initially. To have those other players on the team come back and finish workouts this week is disgraceful. Absolutely disgraceful. The University of Oregon said they've made modifications to the workout plan. Obviously not. Obviously that was just a PR slogan to get the media off their back. Let's put some more of your players in the hospital, Willie. That'll be great for recruiting. We're going to host a 5-star linebacker. I wonder how he feels about discolored urine. Maybe put that in the recruiting pamphlet right next to the duck. For that, you're my dog of the day. What a disgrace.